What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Allende back again, coming to you from Mexico City with yet another beautiful young lady. And what's your name?
Trisha,
And where are you from, Trisha?
Mexico City.
All right. How old are you?
28 already.
And you are doing what as a profession?
I work in an office. I'm an administrative assistant.
Okay. All right. So
At
are
Blackrock,
are you single, married, dating?
I was with a boyfriend, but he, uh, how did I say that? He leave. Was that?
Oh, he left?
Yes.
He cut out on you?
Yes, like 2 weeks ago.
What? Oh
Yes,
shit! Well,
sad.
hold on. We might as well unpack that now. So did he give you an explanation? What happened?
He told me that he do not feel the same with me, and he wanted to focus in his work, and I don't know. Excuses might be.
I don't know. Sounds pretty good to me. Get focused, fellas. Get that money. Get that money. Did he break up with you via text message or in
No,
person?
In person.
In person?
Yes.
So he just said, "Listen, I'm busy. I gotta focus on my work." Okay. So do you require a lot of time and attention? Is that what it was?
Maybe more or less, not much, but no.
More or less than the average lady?
Maybe yes.
Maybe. Okay. Sounds like some accountability over there. Well, let me ask you this: would you have been willing to give him more space if it would have kept him around?
Yes, I could give him more space if he asked me.
But he didn't. Okay, well, let's back it up. I'm trying to understand this. Did he give you any mentions, any warnings? Did he say anything prior to breaking up with you?
Yes, he told me once that he needed more space,
And what'd you do?
and I tried to give him, but it was difficult because I loved him so much. So it was difficult for me to leave him alone. It is
We got a stage 5 clinger. we got a security.
Yeah, I'm a psycho. I see.
All right. Well, listen. But did you at least learn something? Did you learn something from that?
Yes, I think space is super important in a relationship.
Very important
Yes,
to
very important.
to a man.
Can you tell me your opinion about space?
Oh,
Or do
I tell my girl all the time. Listen, either you're gonna help me assist me, or you're a distraction. You're distracting the shit out of me.
Okay, okay.
But I understand that it's hard for them. You know, women. It's hard for them. They try. They're really clingy, and I think what happens is you have some girls that are in relationships with guys that they don't maybe genuinely like. They're not really into the guy like that. They might have some other reasons for why they're with him. He might be just a placeholder until something better comes along, and whatever the case may be.
Okay.
But then there are women who are like, you know, they adore the guy that they're with, and they kind of spend a lot less time with their friends, less time with their family, and then what happens is they feel empty when he's not around
Exactly.
because he's like the
Exactly.
focus of their
My whole world. was
right.
him.
So I think the solution to that.
Exactly. I need to solution.
Well, okay, yeah. Well, see, the solution to that is it's partly the woman, but I think it's mostly the guy. What he needs to do is he needs to put her to task, because she has all that energy, right? And she doesn't know what to do with it. So what she does is she like puts it on him, like tries to be around him, on him, clingy, and all this kind of stuff. Whereas if he was to be like, okay, baby, listen, I need you to do this. I need you to run over there and do that. I really need you to help me with this. And then also, you know, I got the meeting with these people. I need you to pick up the dry clean. I need you to do da-da-da-da. I need you to get the groceries. So I think if you keep her busy with productive things
Okay.
to improve, you know, both of your lives, or to help him reach his goals, I think that's what it is that she needs to be given right. She needs to be given right, because she wants to help. She wants to
Yeah,
show
into you and-
right. She wants to add that value to his life,
See,
and maybe
okay.
he's not telling her what to do. And I see that a lot of guys in this generation, even if they're focused and they're ambitious and they're responsible and independent, I think a lot of the guys that fit that, just the time frame that they grow up in, they don't even know how to put a woman to mission. You get what I'm saying? Like, they don't even know, like, what is a woman supposed to be doing for me?
Exactly.
You know, so they don't really know what to tell a woman to do. And then the woman, of course, doesn't even know. So,
We don't know. So
right,
we
yeah,
want
yeah.
to help and want to
Okay.
show him that we love him, but
Mhm.
maybe we screw up.
Well, I appreciate the fact that you are interested in being a helpmate. I mean, that's the first part, is that she has to be willing, right? And then the guy has to be valuable. And then the next part is he has to be a leader and give her some instruction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, instruction and direction. So, fellas, give the woman instruction, okay? All right, so moving on. Let me ask you some other questions. So, I guess let's not talk too much about this guy because he's gone, gone, gone. Let's talk about moving forward. What kind of guy do you think you're looking for?
Intelligence. I love intelligence. I think I don't. That's a difficult question because I don't know what I want. Maybe that's my main problem. That's maybe my main problem. Don't you think? That's why I'm in this situation right now.
Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's tough when you're a woman. You gotta kind of like just look good and be pretty and hope that the right guy comes along.
Exactly.
Hope that the right guy is interested.
We
Oh
are
my
lucky
God.
to meet the good one.
Yeah, I mean, because he has to approach. He has to kind of be the one to confront you and let you know that he's interested, and then you can make your decision. And if you do like the guy, you feel him, then you can follow his lead, and hopefully it goes somewhere good, right? All right, I understand that. Well, okay, let's try to at least focus on aesthetics. You at least know the type of guy you like, looks-wise.
How he looks?
Yeah, like
Okay.
nationality, skin complexion, height, hairstyle, beard, that kind of stuff.
Like I don't know, like Adonis Creed. The
Say one more time for me.
do you know Fernando Valdez, for example? Exactly. O sea, he's not white, but not black. Well, I like black guys. You're so handsome, but like
Well, thank
medium.
you. Medium. So you like those chocolate guys with a little bit of milk mixed in them, those coffee latte type dudes. All right, hey, nothing wrong with that. Height wise, what is your ideal height?
Maybe I don't know, not tall, too much tall.
Well, give me. You can give me centimeters, or
180.
well, if you're gonna give me centimeters, give it to me in English at least.
I don't know. 180 is like 5 feet or 7 feet. I don't know.
Are you crazy? 5 feet? That's no, your math's fucked up. All right, so
I don't
give
know.
me centimeters. 1 point. How many?
180.
180. Okay, yeah, like 6 foot. That's like 5'11", 6 foot-ish. That's reasonable. I think that's pretty reasonable. All right. Well, would you prefer guys that speak English or Spanish? If obviously,
Both.
hold on. What I'm saying is if it's not a guy that speaks both, obviously you would prefer a guy that's bilingual. But if it was one or the other, would you prefer English or Spanish?
Spanish, I think.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Because my English is not so good, so well, but maybe he can teach me. So
That's
English.
kind of what I was thinking. And then there's always body language, and there's mannerisms, and there's, other social cues you could pick up on. All right, so let me ask you another question. In relationships, well, I guess I already have this answer, but I'm going to ask you for prosperity. Anyway, so in relationship, do you think that the man is solely the leader? He's like, you know what I mean? He's the boss? He's the head of the house?
I think 50-50.
And have you tested this theory?
Yes, I think so. Maybe my last relationship was like he was 60 and I was 40.
And you do realize that you like that guy. You like that situation.
Yes, because I like to feel that the man is the one that he's stronger, that he leads the situation. I think I like that.
So it's contradictory to what you said earlier. So I'm gonna go ahead and accuse you of simply saying that because you feel that it's politically correct. I think you say that because you don't want to be judged. I think women say that because they think it's the right answer.
No, I truly want that.
You just gave me two conflicting statements. You said I want 50-50, then you said
I want 50-50, but my relationships have been 60-40. But I think the perfect balance is 50-50.
I think what you think you want and what your biology is programmed for is not the same damn thing.
But no, I think 50-50 is the correct thing. But maybe for me,
Right, that's my point. It's the politically correct thing, meaning
Exactly.
someone taught you that. Meaning that's some rhetoric that you read somewhere, you saw it in a freaking show or a movie.
no.
They said it to you in
Soap
school.
opera.
They say it to you at work. Listen, it's propaganda. There is no 50-50 in male and female relationships. Like,
What's the idea?
like it's obvious women are not attracted to men that are equal to them. Like, how is that not obvious? Every woman is going to tell you she wants a guy taller. Every woman is going to admit to you that.
Stronger,
Exactly.
okay.
Anytime you hear a woman say, "Oh yeah, I want to make the same amount of money as a guy. I want to have the same amount of decision-making power. I want to have the same amount of responsibility," she's just saying that because she doesn't want to be judged for saying otherwise. It's bullshit. If you married a rich guy tomorrow, you would leave your fucking job. Let's be for real.
Yes, yes.
All right, so just knock it off with this 50-50 crap. We're having an honest conversation here. All right, so moving forward, describe your relationship with your father.
He died when I was 10.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. I have a good memories, but my teenage life, he was not in my life.
But he was a good dad. The time he was there was good. Okay,
yes.
all right. And there wasn't the mother didn't remarry, anything like that.
No, she had a relationship with a guy, but everything was bad. So no, it wasn't good.
I understand, man. That really sucks. Okay, but you do want to be married at some point?
Yes, I do.
At around what age? Around what age?
I think in 30, I want to be married.
This is another crazy thing that we've taught women, that 30 is the age to get married. Like you do realize, like, I can literally find you several magazine articles from the late 80s or early 90s up until now telling women that bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, that's where you guys get it from. Like, that's not something that you came upon on your own. That's something that you read.
I think no, because in the 20s you meet people and you start to look what you want to for your life.
Well, huh? In your 20s? You weren't meeting people in your teens? You weren't meeting people in high school?
I had a boyfriend and I loved him. Okay. And I wanted to get married with him.
Exactly. You know why? Because you were operating on your biology back then. Not some bullshit you saw on TV or Sex of the City or whatever that said you have time. Because I'm being honest with you. Men aren't interested in marrying women in their 30s. Men settle for it because that's when the women want to get married.
Okay.
But realistically, that's not when men want to invest into a woman.
At what age?
Okay, go ahead and tell me some examples of women you personally know that were more physically attractive in their 30s than they were in their 20s. I'll wait.
No. Well, no, I do. I know some women, they are attractive in the 30s.
That's not what I said. I said, what women do you know that are more attractive in their 30s than that individual was in her 20s? Same woman.
Okay.
So throw a name out there, okay? I don't know what name you want to use, but any one of your friends in your head, which one of your friends is looking better as she gets older?
No, I know a woman, her name is Anna, and she is better now than when she was younger because she has more experience. She's more...
What does experience have to do with beauty?
I think beauty comes from inside, a part of
I'm still confused what that has to do with experience.
Because when you're, when you know yourself and you have more experience, you can know what you want, and that makes you happy because you don't screw up with people.
I'm still having a hard time making the correlation between what you're thinking in your head and how you look.
Okay. I think beauty is 50-50, outside and inside.
Baby, you're losing me here. Do you really think guys are out there like, well, I give her a 40 on the inside and I give her a 50 on the outside? What the hell?
Well, yes.
Okay, we're talking about beauty in the eyes of the men because the men are the ones that got to bend down and propose to you and marry you. The men are the ones that are making the commitment. And I guarantee you, no men are over here talking about, well, she's a 10 on the inside and a 4.7 on the outside, so I averaged that out to a no.
Let me know. Why don't you think women at 30s are not attractive?
Well, let's start with why the hell you think otherwise. I think women have been lied to their own to their own disadvantage. Like this nonsense that they've put in your head, it's hurting you. It's not hurting the guys. The guys still know what they like. They still know what they want. They're confusing the women, and that's why the women aren't getting the results they want with men. Because you guys think that you have till 30 to get something done. Let me give you an analogy. Let's see if it will help you.
Okay.
All right, let's say, right, that you had a lotto ticket.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
And there was an expiration date on that lotto ticket, right? And let's say if you go to cash that lotto ticket in after that expiration date, you get jack shit. Right? Okay. But if you make it to the place before that date, you get your prize, you get your money. Okay. Now, let's say that someone lied to you and convinced you that the date on that ticket was actually later than it was.
Okay.
Do you see where I'm going with this?
See. See.
You,
Yes,
we got to operate with the real date, and the real date is not 30. That's not the real date. That's not the real date on your ticket. So whatever guy that you're going to marry in your 30s, I guarantee you a higher valued guy would have took you in your 20s.
Okay.
So you're actually putting yourself in a position where you're settling now.
Okay. Which age do you think is the correct one for the woman?
Well, unfortunately, contrary to how our society is ran, 21, 22, 23, that's around the ideal marriage age for women.
Okay.
And I'm not pulling this out of my ass. This is A, what men find most attractive, and it's B, what statistically is most successful.
Okay.
Those are the marriages that tend to last longer. So, and then all of this, oh, well, in our 30s, we know ourselves and we know what I want and all this other stuff. You know what that means to a man?
What?
That means in your 30s, you're already set in your ways. You already have all your habits.
Exactly.
You're no longer you're not programmable anymore.
Yes,
He
exactly.
he can't
Well,
customize
there.
you to
Yes.
be the wife that he wants because you're already doing shit the way your last 5 boyfriends interacted
You
with
have
you.
a point there.
Right?
I
Oh,
agree.
all right.
Totally agree.
Well, I'm glad that you at least
I
the
do.
truth is
I do. I agree with that.
the truth
Really.
might not taste good, but you better swallow that shit. All right. So moving on again. Now, we already talked about women and the fact that men primarily are interested in them because of their beauty. That's just a fact.
Okay.
But what do you think that men are mostly valued by?
I think maybe money or intelligence, or I think yes.
I think the intelligence is valuable because it gets him better results in life,
Exactly.
i.e., he makes more money.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. So we agree that with men, that status centers around his capability and how well he's compensated for his capability.
Exactly.
Right. How valuable he is to others. Okay. Sounds good to me. And I think women are valuable. I think women are valued based on how valuable they are to an individual man. If that makes any sense.
Yes.
Because any man that's valuable to a woman, I guarantee you he's valuable to people in general. He's valuable to his company, or he's valuable to some
Group of people.
right,
or
exactly.
family.
Exactly.
Yes, easy.
And that's where his status comes from in general.
Exactly.
Whereas a woman could be someone you've never heard of, but as long as she's gorgeous and she's valuable to that individual man, she is a valuable woman now. Just by proxy, just because she's married to this guy. All right, so we got that part out. And as for children, are you interested in having children?
Maybe no. I'm not convinced at all.
What? Are you a feminist? I should have asked
No,
you from
I'm
the.
not feminist.
You're not a
I don't-
feminist.
No.
So why would you not be?
I want. Yes, I have a son, but with a family, with his father. I don't want a son.
No, that's what I meant. Obviously,
family.
that's
I do.
how you make
want.
children. With,
Yes.
Okay. So you are interested in having and being a mom.
Yes,
Being a
but
wife and a
like
mom.
in 5 years, right now.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 28.
Let's do some simple math. 28 plus 5, that's going to put us at 33. So you think 33 is the time to be having your first child?
No, maybe 32. 32.
But that's not 5 years. That's 4 years.
4 years. You make me think.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like you're all over the place?
I don't know what I want.
I
My-
think what you want is a man that has a plan.
Okay.
That's what I think you want.
So I can join that plan.
Exactly. You can get with
See
the
what-
program,
exactly.
and he can lead you to some happiness and some.
And that's an option, or I'm screwed.
No, I didn't say you were screwed. Not at all. It's not what I'm saying. I mean, see, this is the one thing you got going on your side. All these other chicks think the same way. That's what you got. That's what you got on your side now.
See.
You know, a lot of women actually have an opportunity to win if they just simply stop thinking like all these other chicks. That's the advantage for a woman. Stop thinking like all these other chicks.
Okay.
You get what I mean?
Yes.
Because they're going to be waiting around to 30. You could go ahead and snatch your guy at 28. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
You might want to think about that.
Yes, you make me think.
Right? And guys are most inclined to think about marriage when they hit a certain level of success and they feel, okay, I can afford a family now. Okay? That's your best opportunity to start nesting right when he feels like he's made it. Right?
Exactly.
Because he's going to want to share that with someone. He's going to want legacy.
He wants to go get home and somebody waiting for him with dinner or
Right.
something.
Now, I want you to hold that thought. You see how you said he wants somebody to be home waiting for him with the dinner and everything like that? Okay, now this is a conflict of interest. A lot of women, they're like career women, and they go and they work and all this kind of stuff. And then I say, hey, what do you bring to the table? And they start saying a lot of man shit. Like, oh, I'm stable, I'm secure, I earn a good living, I'm educated, I'm successful. That sounds like a lot of man shit. That sounds like what a man brings to the table. And this is why that doesn't make any damn sense in a relationship. Because of what you just said. The man wants the woman to be home waiting for him. So how the hell could she be home waiting for him if she's also just getting home from work? You guys are gonna bump into each other in the damn staircase coming home from work.
No, I think we can handle it because when I was with my boyfriend, we lived together. So
The boyfriend that's gone. Go ahead.
Yes, I waited for him in the house with dinner and everything, and I have my job, so I made time for both things.
But what's the priority though?
I think my job right now.
Do you think that's a good idea?
I think yes, because I have to have my life. You told me.
Yeah, but if you put the priority there, then you're kind of blocking yourself on the man, on the guy.
But he needs to understand, don't you think?
It's not that he's going to understand. He's not going to come around. He's not like no. What I'm saying is the opportunity is not going to arise because you're too busy prioritizing the work.
Okay, so I have to leave my job, quit my job, and.
That's not what I'm proposing. What I'm trying to get at is you're where you are, which is where many women are, because of misinformation. Like you're already there is what I'm trying to tell you.
See.
Right?
Okay.
That's already the lifestyle path that you've chosen, when in actuality you should have paired up already. And I'm not trying to depress you here. I'm not trying to say you're out of time.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say is that ideally when you were in your teens and your early 20s, you could have kind of made work like, I don't know, 45% of your focus and your priority, but at least that 55% of attention and mental focus to a guy might have at least gotten you a guy at that time. And then now you could be slowly easing off of the career aspect and focusing more on the building a relationship with the guy. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. But if you're 80%, 90% focusing on the work, you're not leaving any opening, any space for the guy to begin with. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
Like, where's the space for him to fit in? You know what I mean?
Yes, only at night, and like he feels like weird. Like it's a fuerza. Like he's a must. She's doing it for. She has to, not because she wants to.
Right. So what happens is you have too much fucking baggage.
Sí.
Right. So at your age, what happens now is if this guy is valuable, if he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, if he has his shit together, and he bumps into some cute little 23-year-old, how do you say, barista, the chick that sells coffee.
Sí,
right.
Sí.
If he bumps into something like that,
Sí.
she's far more available. She has a lot more free time.
Sí,
So as soon as he gets time, as soon as he's off of work,
Sí.
and he says, you know what, let me call that little cute girl from the coffee place.
Claro.
Yeah. And if he likes her, right, if he falls for her,
Yes.
it's very easy for him to say, hey, listen, fuck your job. If she says, oh, they called me in, they gave me an extra day at work, and I'm not going to be able to see you, it's easy for him to say, you know what? I'm sick of this shit. You know what? Quit that fucking job. Quit that piece of shit job. Right? And he can afford to support her now. So, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. And you have you're so intelligent in this. Why?
I want women to know the
When
truth.
did you learn all this?
Yeah, I like to read shit. I like to read the same shit women read. I like to read it and laugh at it. Like, who the fuck believes this is stupid shit?
Everything you told me is super intelligent.
If you guys want to laugh, you know what you do? Watch every episode and every season of Sex in the City. It's fucking comedy. It's unbelievably unrealistic. You mean these chicks are gonna just screw around and focus on their career and hook up with guys for 20, 30 years, and then when they're 40 something, they're gonna marry Mr. Biggs? In real life, Mr. Biggs is blowing some 24-year-old's back out in a 5-star hotel. And they didn't even get there together. He flew her out there. He was there on business, and he flew her little young cute ass out there. And that's in reality what's happening. Not him screwing some 40-year-old cougar, and they over here talking about closet space. It's just not realistic is what I'm trying to tell you,
But
ladies.
practice it in your life or just advise others like you're advising me?
Of course I practice it in my life. And on top of that, I'm a man. So that time that you think you have, I actually have that time. I could do this shit till I'm 50. If I drink a lot of water, I could do this shit till I'm 60.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
If I'm in shape and I'm still making good money and...
Exactly. And you're traveling around the world and
It doesn't even matter where the hell I'm at.
Okay.
If you're mature and distinguished as a man and you're successful, your cologne smells good, your clothes fit, there's not an age limit on the women that are... See, this is what happens. And I want you to understand this math.
Okay.
Right? This is dating math. Eventually, I'm going to write a damn book. Help you all out, right? Don't worry about it. So this is dating math. As women mature, they lose access to certain age groups of men, right? So when a woman is 18, everybody. She has everybody, right? So from about 18 to 25, she has everyone. Once she gets to about 25, 26, men start getting a little bit selective, okay? There are going to be some younger guys that think she's hot and they're interested in having an older chick or whatever. And there's going to be dudes her age that's with it. And there's going to be guys a little bit older that are like, yeah, okay. But the guys that have the pick of the litter, they're still going for that prime 22, 23-year-old age group. As she moves into the 30s, now she has some tough decisions to make. Because how many guys that are in their 40s, that are in the peak of their earning, are going to want a woman that's in her 30s, even though he has a 10-year age advantage on her, he still has access to women that are in their prime, 23, 24. This is pretty 40-year-old guys that's messing around with girls in their early 20s, right? So she starts losing access to not necessarily guys age-wise, but she starts losing access to guys success-wise or value-wise, right? Now, once she gets into those mid-30s and late 30s, I'm sorry, ladies, it's a fucking wrap. And you're going to say, oh, I know this woman has this guy and this woman started dating that guy, and I guarantee you she wants to do better. She wants to do better than that guy. So she's probably settling at that point, right? Now, when she gets into her 40s... Right. Now, when she gets into her 40s, she's got to hook up with young guys to feel validated, to feel like, I still got it. I'm sexy, girl. Yeah, I was with this guy last night. He had six-pack. He was 25 years old. And all right, but you really think that guy's going to marry you and stay with you and go freeze eggs with you and all this other bullshit? I doubt that, right? Now, let's compare that to the male dating clock. When guys are 16 all the way up to 25, nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit. They might get a girl here and there, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, and they're going to have to be real popular. They're going to have to be really good looking. They're going to have a lot of things going for them to really even be able to be in the game, but they damn sure aren't going to dominate the game. I don't give a fuck how good you look at 25 as a guy. There's some dude that's 30, 35 that's going to come take your bitch if he wants to. It's just the way it is, bro. But when guys cross that 35-year-old mark, all of a sudden the market starts opening up. Now they can get girls that are 18 all the way to 40. If they want to fuck around with a cougar, the cougar would gladly take a 35-year-old guy that's doing good. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Yes. So women get the advantage in the sense that they are fronted their value. They're giving their value out the gate. You 15 and you cute, your titties are coming in, go get them, girl. They're giving their value. They ain't have to earn shit. Guys, it's an uphill battle, but once they get to the top of that hill, now they can pump them, dump them. You know what I'm saying? They can fuck them and dismiss them. The ball's in their court at that point, and I'm sure women don't like that. But guess what? The ball was in her court all through her 20s, right? So guys get it later, but it lasts longer. And also, that's the guys that obviously set themselves apart from the herd. You know, you have to do something to be better than most guys, right? So, moving forward, what do you think your strategy is going to be?
Okay. I think prioritizar, o sea, make him my priority.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, absolutely. You're going to have to, you got to do that. And that's a gamble. Don't get me wrong. That's a gamble. But men gamble too. Exactly. Men gamble too. They invest their finances. They invest their time. And they take a lot of risk, right? So there's some risk for you too.
What makes a man stay? That's the question. Okay? Why he stays in a relationship?
You know, I hate to keep driving the same point home, But that's why women have to do this shit early. Because this is what happens. Let's say that you're 30 years old and you like, oh, I get it now. I got to add value. I got to make him a priority. I got to da-da-da-da-da. Okay, what's going to happen is she's going to do all of that. And the guy might very well say, yeah, you're doing all that. You're trying. But this fucking 24-year-old keeps winking at me. She keeps smiling. You know what I mean? She keeps asking me, do I need anything? And now you're fucked because you have a hard time competing with this girl. I don't care what type of value you think you're going to add to that man. I don't care how fast you can type. He has time to send her to school to learn how to type faster. You get what I mean? There's so much potential in her youth.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, a lot of women, they realize later on that they got to kind of work for it, too. They got to try to put in some effort. By the time they realize that,
it's too late.
The young girls have too much of an advantage on you.
They do. Okay.
You see what I mean? And then what's going to happen is the woman is going to do it, and then it's not going to work out. He's still going to leave her for a younger girl, and then she's going to say, oh, I knew I shouldn't have did this. I knew it didn't work, and he's fucked up and all this. Like, nah. It was too little too late is what happened.
Exactly. Okay.
Because if you had that attitude and mentality at 21, 22, 23, you would have been married by 25, you would have had your children, and it would have been what it would have been. Okay. And if he did start fucking around on you, it would have been a good 8, 10, 12 years later. You know, you understand what I'm saying? So somebody needs to tell women this. Okay, back in the day, women were taught from a very young age to learn how to cater to a man, learn how to be respectful, learn how to be cooperative, learn how to be submissive. They were they were pruned to be wives. Now, where do you see that taking place nowadays? Where are they basically training women to be wives? They're not. And then by the time women decide they want to be wives, it's not because they want to take care of a man and raise a family. It's not because they want to love a guy and dedicate themselves. It's because they don't want to work anymore.
Exactly.
It's because they're tired of going to fucking work. Right. They're tired of waking up and going to work. And they want a guy to just fucking take care of them and go out there and go do all that hard shit. Well, that sounds like an unfair deal to me.
Yeah.
Does it not?
Yes, I agree.
Right?
Yes.
But when she was young, right, she had the advantage because she could have just been young and cute and beautiful and willing, and the guy would have been the one to go ahead and lay down the foundation. He would have been the one to go ahead and get the place. You know what I'm saying? He would have made the first initial investment. It's like, okay, I got the house now, I got the car, I got this. Now I'm going to go to work. You take care of all of this. Okay. Then she has children, and whoop, now the work starts for her because she got to raise these children. Right, that's what I'm saying. So that's the more realistic time frame. So women basically have from 17, 18, better get you a fucking fake ID. Women, get you a fake ID at 16. Get the partying out of your system by 22. No, I'm serious. Get that shit out your system. If you're 26, 27, 28, and you still clubbing?
No. No, I do know girls are clubbing at 28.
There's women clubbing in their 30s.
Yes, it's
right?
weird, yeah.
And let me tell you something that I noticed about women, and I was like, what the hell's going on? When I was like 25 years old,
How old are you?
I'm 38. Yeah, I know. That's my point. I got time. Goddammit. But when I was like 24, 25, I was looking at my female counterparts, and they were able to get into clubs for free from Thursday all the way to Sunday, and they would actually do that. And let me tell you why that blew my mind. Not because they were interested in going and partying for free, but that they could actually keep up with that shit energy-wise. Like, how the fuck you go out Thursday night, you know what I'm saying, till 3, 4 in the morning, right? Then you get up and you go to work Friday, and then you go out and you club again Friday night. Then you do some shit in the daytime. You go to some pool party or some picnic or some bullshit. You know what I mean? Then you go out again Friday night, and then you go out Saturday night, and then you go out Sunday. I'm like, how the hell you... Listen, as a guy, I can only break night once. I can't do it twice in a row. If I don't sleep one night, cool, we had a great fucking time. I'm sleeping in the next damn day. I'm waking up noon, 1, 2 in the afternoon. I can't do that shit 2 nights in a row, let alone 4. But the girls my age were doing it every damn week, and it baffled me. I mean, I read that women need less sleep. They can get by on 6 hours of sleep. Men need at least 8 to get healthy. But then I started realizing what it was. Women are designed to be able to stay up late to breastfeed, to take care of infants that are up crying every 3 hours because they want a nipple, they want a titty in their mouth. That's why women have the ability, You get what I'm saying? To operate on such little sleep between the age of 18 and 26. And what are these chicks doing with that? That's a superpower. And what are they doing with it? Shaking their ass, partying, getting free drinks, and getting free attention. And what does that do for them in the long run? Absolutely nothing. You got a bunch of free drinks. Good job. You know what that means? That means a club made a hella money off of you. Women don't realize that they're being used and exploited as a tool to get men to spend unnecessary money. That's what women are being used for in our society, and they don't even realize it. They think it's all fun and games, and it's to indulge them. It's not to indulge you, right? It's to maintain an economy, right? We want you out here single, buying up shoes and purses and handbags and all type of stupid shit you don't need. And we want the guys out here working hard to buy you expensive dinners because of this dating culture. Whereas if you hooked up and got married, that money would go to the home. That money would go to families. That money would go to legacy, and it would be passed down from generation to generation. Instead, that money's going to buying bottles of Ciroc, bottles of this, bottles of that. You know what I'm saying? It's going to buying all these damn clothes so guys can look good to attract women, and to buy all these expensive clothes so women can look good to compete with each other and make each other jealous of. It's ridiculous. And people got to get a hold of themselves and understand you're being used and you're being manipulated. Dudes is out here buying $300, $400 sneakers. You don't play not one damn sport. What the hell you need $300 sneakers for? You don't even go to the gym. You see what I mean? And you got women with $2,000, $3,000 purses, but they don't got $2,000, $3,000 in the bank. I'm a little confused. So I just want more women to wake the hell up, because if you don't know these things, you're going to be miserable in your 40s and growingly so into your 50s. Because what happens is all of that not having children talk, that leads to not having grandkids. That leads to not having people to come take care of you and come check on you in the hospital and come hear all your old ass stories. Right? Yes. My grandparents died happy because they had a bunch of kids and they had a bunch of grandkids and they were surrounded by loved ones, by their legacy as they passed away. These women today are setting themselves up to be cat moms. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right? Or to have ill-adjusted children that are not even in a position to take care of them when they get elderly, so they send them away to some damn old folks home or whatever.
Sí, orfanatos, sí, ¿no? Orphans.
Right.
Sí,
now, how do you think that happened?
No, it's horrible.
Making bad decisions in your youth is how that happened. So I heard you mention something about you are not interested in having children without a husband. So I want you to tell me your honest opinion. Don't give me your politically correct shit. Give me your honest opinion on single motherhood.
I think it's I respect that a lot. I think it's a hard work, really hard work, and you have to have balls. It's not easy, but I think it's a bad decision because they do not choose the right guy. So.
Well, guess what? I think prison is hard too. I think prison is hard too, but it was a bad decision to get there. So I'm tired of us glorifying single mothers because it's hard. Yeah, but you brought that difficulty on yourself. Exactly. I'm not going to pat you on the back for doing something extra hard that you brought on yourself by being irresponsible. No.
Exactly. It's irresponsible, I think.
No shit.
Bad decision and irresponsibility.
No shit. Okay? Girls, women getting dogs that they can't take care of. That's terrible. Now imagine when it's a child. It's a human being. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
All right, just so that we're clear on that. All right, because I want more women to be honest about this and stop being afraid to judge and criticize other women. It's amazing to me how fast women are to criticize men, but they don't criticize women.
I have a question for you. Would you date a girl with a son?
I have.
Ah, okay. And what do you think about that?
I think that she made a terrible fucking decision and that she needs to be bailed out of her misfortune. But the only way that that a guy should even be doing something like that is if she first even understands that she made a horrible mistake. The problem is a lot of these single mothers don't even come to terms with that. They're not even accountable. They're blaming the kid's father and all this other kind of stuff. They're not even willing to admit that they have unnecessary, illegitimate baggage because they were irresponsible and made terrible mate selection, right? So what I'm trying to say is that if someone makes a mistake and they understand and accept that mistake, they're apologetic, and then someone is now sympathetic and willing to help them and work with them. And now, if they're overly appreciative of that, they're respectful and mindful of it. Well, now we can make something work. We can make a beautiful situation out of something that was tragic.
See.
But that's not the attitude that most single mothers have at all. They actually act entitled to the bailout.
Okay.
Like they're owed a man that's going to come and take care of another man's child. And it is a bastard child. Let's be clear.
Oof.
We're not even allowed to use these terms anymore because they hurt somebody's feelings. Really? Well, that child's feelings is hurt because they're being raised in a broken home. So why is it that we have to be so mindful of this irresponsible single mother's feelings, but we're not standing up for that child's experience?
Well, I think another important point is you told me that the best time for us women is 20-25. But if she has her son in 25 and the husband left, so
after marriage.
Okay.
And if the husband left, she made a poor selection. No. This is what you have to understand.
See.
Men are responsible for a hell of a lot of things. Women are primarily responsible for one thing, right? And that's mate selection. They're responsible for judging the character of the men they allow to reproduce. That is a woman's burden. No, I'm dead ass serious. That's a woman's burden. Okay? Men have the burden of labor. They have to be productive. They have to be responsible. They got to be all this kind of stuff. But the one thing that across the board in every culture, if not every species, that a female is responsible for is proper mate selection.
Okay.
That's her number one choice to make in life is who gets to reproduce and who doesn't. And I'm sorry, that is a hefty responsibility to have on this planet. Who gets born and who doesn't.
See? Okay. But you say maybe a child is a mistake sometimes?
I don't know about the word mistake. Nature, our biology, no, hold on. Our biology is set up for us to have children without planning.
See.
So nature wants you to accidentally make babies.
Okay.
Right. Nature does not trust you to decide on having children when you get around to it. That's why sex feels so damn good. You understand what I'm saying? There's a reason why they ain't gonna never come up with a condom that feel as good as no condom. I challenge you, Trojan. I challenge you, lifestyle, to come up with a condom that feels better than no condom at all. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna fucking happen. So yeah. So just so we are clear on that. But yeah, I think everybody needs to take accountability. We need to call it like it is, because that's what prevents the next generation from making mistakes, and that's what moves mankind forward, is not making the mistakes of the generation that came prior. At least that's what I think, right? Okay. So let me see what else that I want to ask you. I got to ask you some inappropriate questions, like, let me see. How much does dick size matter?
I think it matters, but it's not all. I think the way that he moves, it's important. Or like, yes, I don't like big dicks at all. Super big, no. I think it's uncomfortable.
Well, give us an example. You can use this to
show me.
Show me where's too much.
Too much, I think. Too much.
No. So okay. So then, where's enough? That's enough.
I think.
That's still a good 7, and that's a good 8. That's like 8. That's 8.
It makes a. No, I don't like too big.
I feel bad for you guys. What she considers big enough is. I feel bad for these Mexican guys, man. Oh God, I really do, bro. Oh, I feel bad for them. I genuinely feel bad for these guys, bro.
Why?
What the women tell me about their about the pingas, which I didn't believe until I got caught in the gym, in the shower in the gym. It was a shower that housed over 50 guys. It's a huge shower, and at that moment I realized these women were not capping. They were not exaggerating. So I do feel for your loss. Okay, well, what else can I ask you that's uncomfortable? You already told me you like black guys. All right. Well, can you bring a black guy home to your parents? Like to your mom at least? You can bring a. Well, you can bring. I think women can bring black guys home to their mom.
Yes, yes.
Because moms understand.
Yes.
They like chocolate too. Moms are like, girl, I wish I had gotten it. You got.
Maybe because I'm white, I like the opposite, and I have seen that.
That's bullshit because all women like black guys.
Well,
Black women primarily only like black guys. So I don't think it's a matter of what color you are. You understand what I'm saying? No, black women like black guys. It's not like it's not an opposites attract kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case at all.
Okay.
And I think guys like everything. Guys,
bueno,
I think guys like what they can get.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like, yeah. So, pussy you can get is always better than pussy you wish you could get. Oh
Wow.
God.
Save me, Que alguien me ayude.
Okay, so all right, so we already kind of went over money. We went over money. You agreed that a guy needs to make more money than you to kind of make you feel comfortable, right?
Yes, I do.
We agreed on that part.
Yes.
Okay, let me ask you something else. Okay, let's say, right, let's paint a hypothetical picture. Let's say you got a guy, you've been with the guy, you guys are like committed, you're invested in each other, you live together, blah, 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 you can have your future. Okay, but let's say if this guy was to cheat on you, right, but he has no intentions of leaving you, it was just like he has, he had a casual affair from time to time.
With the barrista.
Exactly. Is that a deal breaker for you? Do you just wreck the house and divorce and leave and take the kids and all of this?
No, I think I can manage because men are men. Eventually, they will do that. I think. So I think priorities, loyalty.
Right.
He tells me, and
I don't think you want him to tell you, but
I think yes, because he can trust me.
yeah, I don't think you want that burden. That's not where I was going with it. I was saying like if you happen to find out, not if he was like, yeah, so I was with this girl the other night, and I don't think.
Okay.
No, at all, not at all.
I think I can manage that. If it's
If it
something
happens,
eventually, yes.
yeah, it happens. You can forgive him. You can kind of, you can stay for the kids.
Exactly.
All right.
If he has a relationship, no. I think it.
Yeah, of course. That's something different. If he basically if he starts sharing resources with this other female,
Sí, no.
or if he gets her pregnant, he has children with her.
Sí. Bye.
Well, it's not by. It's I'm never gonna forgive you. I think if a guy has a child elsewhere, it's not for the woman to leave him and take the previous children. That's still devastating for the children. I think what it is that she never forgives him. I think is appropriate. Like you done fucked up because. I mean, think about it. The one thing you were supposed to do is not do anything, permanent or whatever. You were supposed to, keep it something casual with no, yeah, exactly, right. Well, I don't think one night stands is where you want. I don't think that's responsible. You don't want your guy every time he gets the urge, finding some new thing. I don't think that's necessarily. Okay, well, anyway, well, I think we need to. Just say fair enough on that one, and I think that's it. I think we pretty much covered enough, and I think you learned enough. Right?
I did. Thank you.
It was educational.
Yes.
All right, so you got to get on it. You got to find them. You got to get on it, girl.
Why don't you write a book?
Write a book? Because women don't like supporting men. That's why.
Or more videos about.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yes, you have to because we need help.
Yeah,
right?
but to be honest with you, I think what would affect change more rapidly and more effectively is men understanding these things, understanding this knowledge, and being a hell of a lot more honest with women as a whole. I think women get to where they get to because society lies to them, the media lies to them, right? The news, entertainment, everybody lies to them, and then men just are quiet. Because when men hear bullshit from women, they don't say nothing. They're just like, I'm not going to upset her because I'm trying to get in that pussy later on. And if I say something she's not going to like, then I'm not going to get no pussy. So that's what happens. The guys keep their mouth shut and just nod their head like, oh, yeah, I agree with that. Oh, yeah, I see that. Oh, yeah, sure, yeah. Oh, yeah, I support that. And that's what happens. And then the women think, yeah, that's what I thought. And then they continue to believe this bullshit. So I think the problem is that majority of guys, most guys, are not they're not pussy worthy. I hate to say it like that. I'm not saying most guys don't get sex or whatever. What I'm saying is most guys don't have that appeal to where a woman wants the sex as much or more than they do. That's the problem. The problem is most men on the planet, they want they want the sex with the woman more than she wants it with them. So what happens is it puts them in a position where they got to be the ones kind of compromising and stepping on eggshells and being careful what they say and what they do, because they're lucky if she even lets them get in there at some point. And then so that gives the women the luxury of being able to say stupid shit without being challenged. It allows the women to disrespect the guy's time, not be where they're supposed to be when they're supposed to be there, cancel dates at the last minute, all this kind of bullshit. Women can do all that kind of dumb stuff because the guy is more interested in seeing her and hooking up with her than she is in him. Now, for the few guys that are fortunate enough to be less or equally interested in the sex as the woman, they have a little bit more leeway to kind of be honest. They could be like, listen, you were late, I had shit to do, so I don't know, maybe we'll link up another time, but I'm not gonna just wait around for you. You're 30-something minutes late for a fucking date. I got shit to do. They're in a position where they can say that, and then the woman can learn a lesson like, oh damn, I guess I kind of got to respect his time like I would someone's time in business, because a woman wouldn't be 30 minutes late to a business meeting, but she'll be 30 minutes late to a date. Why? Because if you're 30 minutes late to a business deal, you're not going to fucking close that deal. But if you're 30 minutes late to a date, the guy will sit around and send emails and text messages and wait for you like a fucking loser, right? Because if he doesn't, then he's definitely not getting no pussy. Right. So that's part of why women believe these lies for so long, is because men aren't confident enough to just say, nah, you're wrong, chick, and I don't care if you deny me the pussy, I'm going to be honest with you. So, unfortunately, sex, men's desire for sex and inadequacy in getting it leads to women being disillusioned, and it's fucking up their lives. So, I don't know what guys need to do, but I tell you this much, though. Legalizing prostitution would solve a lot of these problems. Unfortunately, I'm not saying I support the shit. I'm not with it. I'm not voting to, well, actually, I would vote to legalize prostitution, not because I'm interested in it or I believe in it or I think it's a good thing or it's the right thing, but because from a logical standpoint, a non-biased standpoint, the side effects of it, the domino effects of legalizing prostitution would change a lot of dynamics in our society for the better. Women would have to accept the truth at that point, because guys wouldn't put up with none of women's bullshit because they wouldn't need to. Why am I spending all this money to impress you on a date when I could just go buy some sex and it's guaranteed and I can be myself? I don't got to lie. I just pay the cost and I go about my business. And then also what happens is women are not going to get that free attention anymore. But on the flip side, women will know that if a guy's spending time with me, he's dating me, he's investing in me, he genuinely likes me and wants a relationship, because if it was the sex, he could just go buy that. You know what I mean? So legalizing prostitution would take a lot of the lies and deception out of male and female interaction for sure. Men would stop lying for sex, and women will stop lying to themselves. But also women would have to start bringing a lot more to the table to even be in a relationship, because guys would not be in a relationship just for the sex anymore. So women would have to go back to being useful in many areas of life, other than just sex, man. I know a lot of women don't want to do that. A lot of women do not want to step up and actually start working and earning and putting effort into that. A lot of women do not want to do that. They do not want to do that. And but hey, that's what it would take to make marriages and relationships work. So I think that's it. We're gonna get out of here.
Okay.
All right, thanks for watching, guys, man. All right, peace.